Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Let us get started with the business session for today's meeting. The first update from the VP Education side, Toastmaster Ujjwal, is that 3 speech slots have been booked for next week. One by Toastmaster Latha, another by Toastmaster Anusha, and the last one by Toastmaster Jyoti. The role of an MC has been booked by Toastmaster Ravi Kumar. Except this, all other roles are open for next week. Please do contact Toastmaster Ujjwal to book your roles for the same. The second update is from the Vice President membership side. We have achieved a total of, in this September renewal cycle, we have achieved 87.5% renewals. And the last day to renew was 30th of September 2020 for October 2. So thank you to every member that's renewed, and I hope your next 6 months are fruitful. Finally, I'd like to commend the Vice President Public Relations. How many of you saw the newsletter? Not just saw, went through the newsletter yesterday that was sent in the WhatsApp group and by mail? Okay, very few. So please do go through that quarterly newsletter. A lot of effort has gone behind it, and I'd like to commend Toastmaster Pavani, the VPPR, who has sent it out on time, that is 1st of October, and her entire team, I think, which involves Toastmaster Lakshmi and Toastmaster Ujjwal. So they've done a fantastic job. Let us recognize that. With that, we come to the end of the business session. Over to the Sergeant.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. So may I compliment each and every one of you today. You are all looking so resplendent. So I want you all to do one thing for me. Can you all put your right hand out? And now take it back and pat yourselves on the back. You are all here. You made it to the meeting today. And because you all made it here today, we are going to make hay and have a wonderful meeting. Make hay while the sun shines. A stitch in time saves 9. Make the best of every opportunity. He who snoozes loses. Strike while the iron is hot. Silence your phones while it has not yet rung. The last one is mine, but please do listen to me. You don't want a room full of Toastmasters glaring you down if your phone rings during a meeting. Thank you. We all know what the theme today means. Make hay while the sun shines. It means to take advantage of an opportunity that might come your way and make something good out of it, right? One thing that came to my mind was during COVID, when there were many people that were getting sick and did not have easy access to doctors, right? I don't mean the COVID patients, but even just generally others who needed regular care and so on, did not have access to the doctors. So what did the health industry do? They came up with telemedicine. Telemedicine is a great way to, have contact with your doctor for people who need regular care and who needed medicine and all that. So now this became such a big industry. Now if you see, telemedicine is an up and coming industry. You can consult with your doctor no matter where in the world you are. You can connect with your doctor. I think we all did WhatsApp calls with our doctors maybe before, but now it's become streamlined into an industry, and it's become a great revenue generating stream. Another great opportunity I can think of making hay while the sun shines is right here in this meeting. So we all here have the opportunity to listen, to watch speakers, to learn, to try out our communication skills, test it out, and become great speakers. And you know what? I know of a person who has done exactly that. He is a stalwart Toastmaster who recently won the best humorous speech contest at the club level. He is also an MCOM graduate from Jain University, a passionate quizzer, and also loves to read books about crime and thriller stories. So now not only just that, right, he is also making use of a great opportunity that is now available in Bangalore, and he is pursuing his US CPA certification right here. So in fact, today he's making hay while the sun shines because the president is not here. He is our president. So please put your hands together and help me welcome our acting president of the day, our very dedicated and successful VPM, Toastmaster Shivaprasad.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Lakshmi, for that introduction. I couldn't have put it in a better manner. So very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. We have this unusual day today. The sun has been shining brightly, and probably the sun knows that this is the theme for today's meeting. And on such a wonderful day, I'd like to continue the practice that we have at MECON, and that is to make our guests feel welcome. Right? So whenever I call you out, I see one guest in the room today. Please do stand up wherever you are and just tell me how you came to know about the club and a little bit about yourself. Right? So
My name is Jairam. I came to know about the club through Girish Mohan. He's one of the public speaking coach. So I attended his session and I was looking for what next. Then he suggested that I should try out Toastmaster, and then he suggested about this club. So here I am. This is the first Toastmaster club I'm attending. And I'm not very familiar with all the procedures and the formalities that goes on. But I did read about Toastmaster, how it works a little bit. So that's how I am.
thank you. Welcome to the meeting, Jairam. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you can try and understand what is going on here today, right? So this is your first time. That's the only guest we have today. Let us move on to the minutes of the meeting from our acting secretary, Toastmaster Pavani.
Very good evening everyone. Here are the revised minutes of meeting number 1232 held on the 25th of September 2023. Theme: FOMO, fear of missing out. Word of the week: aversion. The business session started at 6:28 p.m. and was chaired by President Toastmaster Balaji. In the business session, the following point was addressed. Vice President Education Toastmaster Ujjwal mentioned that all roles were open except for 2 speech slots. Interested members were requested to contact him for the same. The regular meeting started at 6:29 p.m. Associate Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Mamata started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Balaji. President Toastmaster Balaji opened the meeting, spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Apoorva. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Apoorva spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers for the day. Timer Toastmaster Ujjwal, Accountant Toastmaster Keerthana, Grammarian Toastmaster Pavani, PP Evaluator Toastmaster Chetan. The prepared speech session had the following speeches. Speaker 1 Toastmaster Latha, attempting level 1 project 3, evaluated by Toastmaster Jyotirao. Speaker 2 Toastmaster Raja, attempting level 3 project 1, evaluated by Toastmaster Shivaprasad. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Ravi Kumar and had 11 speakers in total. The general evaluation was conducted by DTM U Bhat. The winners of the week were Best Prepared Speaker Toastmaster Raja, Best Evaluated Toastmaster Shivaprasad, Best Table Topic Speaker DTM AK Prabhakara and Toastmaster Shivaprasad, Best Role Taker TAPG Toastmaster Ujjwal, and Best Role Taker MTG Toastmaster Ravi Kumar. The President closed the meeting at 8:36 p.m. which was followed by the National Anthem. Thank you, and back to you, President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani. Are there any changes proposed to the minutes of the meeting? Okay, I'll consider it as accepted and open meeting number 1233. So make hay while the sun shines. Well, the obvious interpretation of this is the literal interpretation, and that is when your sun is shining brightly, obviously ideal conditions to make hay, right? Well, there is also a deeper meaning. That's why the saying, deeper meaning, is when you see an opportunity in life or when you see an opening, dive right into it, straight into it, and put your best foot forward and make best use of the opportunity. And you don't know where you will end up, right? So that is basically make hay while the sun shines, right? And the sun typically, we have seen human beings, we have seen the sun as a source of energy, positivity, and it is almost scientifically proven, not almost, it is, that sunlight causes a rise in this chemical called serotonin in our brains. And serotonin is literally the happiness chemical, right? So the more the amount of serotonin in your brain, the better you're doing. You have, let's say you clear an exam, you have more serotonin. And let's say you're not exposed to the sun and you're sitting in your room locked up all day, the amount of serotonin goes down. And we have associated the sun with happiness, and happiness is also can be associated with opportunities, right? So make hay while the sun shines. What are the few examples that we can see? one example that I can give from a sport that I watch very lovingly is cricket. One of our favorite cricketers, Surya Kumar Yadav. He got the opportunity to play for India, debut for India at the age of 31, and he ensured that the innings that he played was a very memorable one. Right? He played some outrageous shots, scored a lot of runs, and ensured that he made hay, even though it was at night, made hay by the sunshine. Right? Another example that I can give is recently we've had the Kaveri water dispute concerning Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. What is it about? River, water, rainfall, farmers, dams, court cases, judiciary. Well, one of our beloved, I should not say beloved, one of our Kannada actors decided to walk up on stage and say to all the audience gathered there, "Why are you watching Tamil movies? Tamil movies are running very well in Karnataka, but my movies don't work there at all. If he'd made better movies, it would work." And yes, this is also an example of making hay while the sun shines, but in a bad way, right? For your personal gain. Now, it is no big deal it is a big deal. It's a good thing to actually make use of opportunities because they are limited in number. You won't get too many in your life. To pounce on them and make a difference is a great thing. But this is when the sun is shining. What do you do when the sun doesn't rise? When it is not shining brightly in the sky? All of you gathered here, tell me, does the sun keep shining for 24 hours every day, 365 days a year? No. It does not, right? We live in a tropical country, we live in India. The sun comes up every day, goes down every day. In a polar climate or somewhere near the poles, north or south, in a Scandinavian country or near Antarctica, the sun is there for a few months and for a few months just disappears. The question here is that when the sun in your life, which is basically the opportunities, the happiness, dries up, what do? Do you sulk and just sit in a corner and cry and just say, "I give up"? Or do you rise to the occasion and still say, "You know what, I may not have opportunities today and I might not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but one or the other day, even if I'm in Scandinavia, the sun will come up in a few months, right? Opportunities will come and I'll continue growing in my life." And one story where a person didn't have any sort of light in his life, the sun was not shining brightly, is this little boy, young man who was from a low middle class family from Mysore, and he just decided to come to Bangalore with very little cash in his pockets. But his pockets did have one thing, a lot of dreams. They were overflowing from dreams. So he comes to Bangalore, he starts pursuing his dream, he starts working in theatre. I'm sure some of you know this story. And then at times he doesn't have enough funds, he's not earning enough, he's eating maybe just puffed rice for dinner, or sometimes sleeping empty stomach for dinner. And he described in his own words that one day he didn't have a place to stay at, and he ended up sleeping at the Majestic bus stand. And you could clearly see in this little man's life, the sun was definitely not shining. And he says, since he's from Mysore, at that bus stand he could see buses lined up which were going to Mysore. So he had the opportunity to say, let me take the easy way out. Anyway, the sun is not shining in my life. Let me get on a bus to my hometown and just end this misery. But he did not. He persevered. He stayed back in Bangalore, moved on to making TV soap operas, moved on to making movies, and today he has given us historic movies like KGF. None other than Naveen Kumar Gowda, who we know as Yash. Right? So fellow Toastmasters, the sun definitely won't be shining brightly every moment of your life. Life is not a bed of roses. You will have those difficult, heartbreaking, tough moments in the dark, when it's dingy, when it's quiet, when it's cold. But what defines you as a human being is, can you come out on top wait for the day when the sun rises again and say, I shall make hay when the sun shines. Right? With that, let me introduce someone who has been making hay, treating Macon Communication Club as the sun that has risen in her life. She's taken up MC in just, I think, twice in a span of 4 meetings. Right? She has 7+ years of enriching experience in corporate and more than a decade of experience in freelancing, and her passion is to train people in soft skills and copywriting. Right? And one thing about her is that she has great taste. And how can I say this? Because she loves dosas from Bangalore. Right? So that is how you know that a person has great taste. With that, let me hand the charge over to our Master of Ceremonies for today, Toastmaster Latha.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Now, the theme of the day today we have make hay while the sun shines. Now, let us go a little flashback. Our very own VPM Toastmaster Shiva very aggressively told that guys, renew your membership. Yes? It's going to be increased. Remember with his team, the way he put down that guys, renew. Remember? Everyone, yes?
Yes.
And his hard work paid off really well. There was a record number of memberships which were renewed. Yes? And all of us thought, let's make hay by the sunshine, because you're going to save on a lot of amount if you renew membership now rather than going after it expires. Yes? Now, another example I would like to tell that we live in a country like India. For us to make hay while the sunshine is very difficult. We need to understand the opportunities and how do we make best out of those opportunities, and how do we make the hay while the sun shines. Now the same concept was understood by someone who wanted to make this world and its citizens a better public speakers and leaders. And that person was none other than Ralph C. Smedley, who started Toastmasters in the year 1924 at YMCA Santana, California. There are around 280,000 plus members across 144 countries with 14,700 member clubs, and one of such prestigious clubs is Macon Communication Club, where we all belong. Now, a typical Toastmaster session will consist of 3 sessions, where in the first session we prepare speech, where the speaker is given time to prepare speech on their topic of their choice as per the guidelines of the manual. The second comes the table topic session, where the speakers are chosen randomly and given to a topic which they have to respond immediately. Now, the third is the general evaluation, where the session where the speakers and the proceedings of the meeting will be evaluated and the feedback will be given. Now, for the smooth flow of a Toastmaster session, we have a few role takers. Now, I would like to call upon all the role takers to please come here and explain what their role is. I would like to call upon the PPE Evaluator to please come over here and explain their role. Toastmaster Abhimaan.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. As the PPE Evaluator, I will be evaluating the following points. Avoid speaking about sensitive topics like politics, religion and sex, since it might make people uncomfortable and hurt their sentiments. Please keep your phones on silent mode. Enter or exit the meeting room only during an applause, and avoid cross talks while someone is speaking at the lectern. Let's have a resplendent meeting. Thank you.
Now, I would like to call upon our grammarian Toastmaster Chetan.
Good evening, Toastmasters and potential Toastmasters. I am the grammarian for the day, and I'll be looking for basically usages of the word of the day and great usages of grammar and bad usages of English wherever it happens. So to introduce the word of the day, resplendent, my original thought was to say I would be looking for resplendent English that you guys would exhibit during your speeches. but I think the example given here is better. The president is resplendent in his formal attire, so we'll stick with that. Thank you.
Next, I would like to call upon our timer for the day, Toastmaster Pavani.
A fantastic evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Just as the farmer sees the opportunity to harvest when the weather condition is favorable, I'll help you make hay and maximize your efficiency by keeping the track of time. I'll remind you in making the most of your time and with the help of these cards. Firstly, for the prepared speech session, we have an icebreaker speech and the time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 6 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. Coming to for the remaining two speeches, the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll be showing the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. Coming to the table topic session, the time allotted for all the speakers will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll be showing the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. And lastly, in the general evaluation session, the individual evaluators are allotted 2 to 3 minutes, and at 2 minutes, I'll be showing the green card, and at 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll be showing the yellow card, and at 3 minutes, I'll be showing the red card. I'll give my report during the general evaluation. Thank you, and back to you.
Next, I would like to call upon our counter, Toastmaster Dhanush.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster. It's been a while. First thing I did is as an counter. So what I remember in school was I had this Kannada teacher who used to make us recite poems, right? She used to always tell, right? So I am going to be that teacher today. When I will be counting down the used scraps words by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and you know. Sounds may be like etc. I will give my report by the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Now heading towards our first part of the session, wherein we have the prepared speech. We have our first speaker, that is Toastmaster Karthik, who will be attempting the icebreaker speech with the pathways being presentation mastery, the title, The Hotelier in Me. I would like to call upon the evaluator Toastmaster Keerthana to read down the project guidelines.
Resplendent evening, everybody. My target speaker is attempting his icebreaker, and the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Notes for the evaluator: this member is completing their first speech in Toastmasters. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of their speech and delivery style, because the icebreaker is the first project a member completes. You may choose to use only the note section and not numerical score. If you know you will be the evaluator ahead of the meeting, communicate with the speaker to learn about them and their goals for their first speech. We have done that. And all the best to my target speaker.
Guys, let's give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Karthik for his icebreaker speech.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. My name is Karthik. On 15th Feb 1996, Srivani and Janardhan were blessed with a baby boy. That's me. And you would be curious where it would be at the hospital. I would say that I was pampered from the day one. The brand was nothing but Mammy Pogo pants. Just until I turned 3. My father is a chartered accountant, as well as my mom is a homemaker. But then very creepy thing happened. my brother started following me, and currently is mischievous kid and a naughty cute kid. My brother has done his BCom as well as is currently studying in CPA, which is certified accountant. But my life always suspense thriller. At the age of 4, I was at night time. I was literally playing around and eating. I was just following a song. At the time, my uncle saved me at night. Like if 5 minutes had passed away, I would have been passed away. A couple of years later, I finished my 10th. In meanwhile, 10th, I was just school, home, that's it. Then later, after finishing my 10th, I got a different environment as well as I roamed to some colleges so that I can develop my my education as well as whatever the thing is. Later on, I got some different environment as well as girls, but not a degree. Coming to my hobbies, I would like to play cricket from my childhood days. I would like collecting currencies of different countries, and I would like baking as well. And I love traveling around the world. I recently, like a few years from childhood, I traveled from Dubai, Kenya, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Hong Kong, China, and many more. Currently, I am pursuing what I love, the hotel management. The hotel management is standing with 4 strong pillars. Any guesses? The 4 strong pillars are front office, food production, F&B service, as well as housekeeping. These are the 4 main core departments. Front office is a revenue center for the hotel where the guests are being addressed. Second, food and beverage service are the department. It's for revenue center for the department itself. It's a huge department where beverage is also supplied and food is also being supplied. It's only where can guests dine in. Third is food production, where we cook in culinary as well as bake in bakery and cut meats. And fourth is housekeeping. Housekeeping is where a hotel premises is we try to keep the hotel safe, hygiene, as well as the guest lost and found items in the safety locker. Actually, it is not allowed to enter the safety locker. In just a few span of minutes, I'll just 2 to 5 lines. I'll just explain how my education or career works, how the industry works. It is not easy to welcome the guest because it depends on the guest mood. When they are having kids or something, it is not easy to welcome a guest until they check in, because they have to wait at least for 15-20 minutes before they check in because of documentation or whatever, room availability or cleaning. However, the procedure is they have to wait at least half an hour or 15 to 20 minutes before they check in. Coming to food and beverage service, it is not easy to make the guest dine in, and where we present the food and beverage, it is not easy. Guest expectations are more nowadays, and what we present them, it is uncomfortable. It may feel uncomfortable for them. That is the major thing in food and beverage service. Coming to food production, it is not easy to cook nowadays with the high range of gas. It is not a home gas, gas range or something. It is very high flame. Coming to bakery, it's a commercial oven we use, so that we prepare almost 1,500 packs, which is nothing but a customers or guests. 1,500 at one point of time we cook. And second thing, it is not. Have you seen tandoori pots?
Yes.
Roti, kulcha, Abhimaan, there we go. The secret over here, chef who are cooking in tandoori pot will not be having hairs on hands. It might burn. It will so completely hairs will be removed. Coming to housekeeping, in huge property it is not easy to handle because of high chemicals we'll be using. The chemicals are not available easily in the market because they have a special chemicals as well as different task of cleaning and SOP of cleaning. And guest expectations are more to rooms to be set up on any other occasions like anniversary, honeymoon, everything. It depends. So therefore, you might all think hotel management easy, but to tell you truth, very difficult and hard to work. We need to spend our time entire 24 hours if the guests are more or in peak period. Coming to my area of interest in hotel management is front office, then bakery. I love baking. Recently we baked butterscotch pastry, coconut cream pudding, then carrot cake with cheese frosting, as well as chocolate Swiss roll, then chocolate eclair, tiramisu, then macarons, as well as donuts. This all the bakery products we have baked. This all I would like to do in only 5-star hotels, not in Iyengar bakery. Coming to human resources, this is I love the most because it's white collar job, as well as I like to play with staff's payroll because they don't agree to me, I can play with their salary. And it's also a kind of respectful job too. Now I all want your attention. I'll just ask you a simple question. People may think that I am not doing anything. It's okay. It is not my problem or not my cup of tea as well. I feel so. Why this question? Because this question may confuse us how the environment, how the technology, how the environment is being updated. My question is simple. People may have different answers, so I can just get to know how the answer is. What is lady's finger?
Vegetable.
Okra.
Any other answers? Okay. Many of you, thank you for your time and answering. According to you, it's vegetable. According to me, it's vegetable as well as biscuit. We use this special ingredient in tiramisu. The base of tiramisu is lady finger.
Guru told us that.
Okay, now before concluding my speech, I will let you know why I joined Toastmasters. I like to improve my public speaking as well as then communication as well as leadership qualities as well as many more things because it helps to make me a successful person so that I can become a future manager, or else if does not I can be a future damager or else, which I don't want to be. Future damager. And also it makes me a responsibility human being. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik, for this representative icebreaker speech given by you. Moving to the speaker number 2 for the day. Now I'm just going to start with his achievements. Youngest distinguished Toastmaster in India through pathways, record holder in India Book of Records, triple crown winner, club sponsors for 2 clubs, club mentor for 1 club, still to be continued, conducted speechcraft for 30 members, past club president, area director, division director, and currently public relations manager of district 121. He is also on that a foodie, enthusiastic traveler, and a passionate photographer. Now, it's none other than our DTM Udanka. Let's give a huge round of applause for him. He's attempting level 3 elective 2 with the title Division Contest and the pathway being team collaboration. I would like to call upon his evaluator, Toastmasters Sindhushree, on stage. Give the project guidelines.
Thank you, Toastmaster Latha. So my prospective speaker for the day, DTM Udanka Jain, is speaking on successful collaboration, and the purpose of his speech is to the purpose of this project is for the member to be introduced to our review strategies for working in a collaborative group, and the purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience practicing collaboration with a small team. And I wish him all the best and looking forward to the speech.
Let's welcome with a huge round of applause DTM Udanka.
An year ago, May 2023, I was all set to go on my dream vacation, Goa, with my friends. Before that, I was elected as a Division C director. As soon as I completed my vacation, my only thought process began was to make sure my division contest, which is 10 months ahead, to be one of the best division contests among the 12. So any leader who takes up this challenge or this role will first focus on their areas, and next focus will be their division contest. Good evening, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. What exactly is the division contest? As you all have witnessed, a club level has a contest where a speaker or a contestant will be proceeding ahead after they winning at the club level. Likewise, after the club, it is area, then will be the division. And as a division director, we will be organizing this division contest. 1 month of me being elected as division director, we all had our district officers training program, just similar to how the club leaders have the club officers training program. And there, I was told that the division contest will be made hybrid, and I have to collaborate with other division and do it at a time. My division contest plan was all set, venue was set, location was set, food catering was set, the goodies were set, everything I had planned it out. When they told me, I was taken a step back. Later during the break, I went to my fellow division director and spoke to her, saying it's now our time to make sure this contest is a successful one. Udanka, I trust you. I am in Pune. I know you will take care of everything. I'll leave it to you. Wait, what? This blank was the same that time. The moment she gave me entire responsibility on my shoulders, I was blank, completely blank. I did not know what to do, because it's not just my division, it is the other division I need to encourage also. It's just not my clubs, it's not just my areas, it is the replica in other division also. I just told her one thing. Ma'am, it's okay if you're not in Bangalore, just make sure your ADs, the area directors support me. That's when we started working together. Me being a division director, I had to allocate work to my area directors as well as the other area directors in the other division. That's when we started forming WhatsApp groups. That's when we started interacting with each other more and more. So it was just 2 months before the contest, and I was not sure that if I'll be able to attend my division home contest because of my personal reasons. My father was not in a condition. He was way too hospitalized. He was under bed rest. So I was not too sure if I'll be able to attend my own division contest. There lied my second challenge. Because one of my division directors was not there for preparation. Second, me as a division director who had the entire in charge was not too sure if I'll be able to attend or not. That's when I started calling up people, taking out different opportunities, different roles I started allowing to them. Once we started doing this, everything was in place. All the area directors of both Division C and the other division were all set for the day. Everything, whatever was required, the venue, the food caterers, the trophies, the keynote speaker, the goodies, the mementos, etc., 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 which was required, was all set. Fortunately, on the day, I was able to attend my contest. As you all know, Mercy's law is something has to go wrong. It will go wrong. And on the day, as soon as we enter the campus, I was told that you will not be provided the internet. So we had to do a hybrid meeting and there is no internet. And how would we do that? We walked around, we figured a way out, we used our mobile hotspots, and then the contest began, followed by the speeches, followed by the keynote speeches, prizes, goodies, everything was placed. The contest went on when the Division C contest and Division E contest was a successful event. What exactly happened 2 days before? When you're working as a team or as a team leader, you have to make sure you don't work much. Or if you're working, make sure everything is in place. That's the same mantra what I used that day. I made sure all area directors are there ready with their allocated things. I gave them n number of calls for making sure that if they needed any support, I gave them a backup for that speakers. I gave them the backup road takers. I gave them a backup contact of vendors so that they are ready with plan A and plan B. I did not want this event to be a bad one. So everything was there. So as a team leader, what I learned that day is, after allocating things also, you make sure that you have to be with them, support them till the event is over. And that's one of the biggest things that helped me bring my contest a beautiful one. All of us know that if we work in a team, the work done is a good one. We know that unity lies in strength. We know that if members contribute, the success rate is more. More than that, what exactly we should know that as a leader, you should be able to understand what your team members is, what they are going through and what support they need at what time. If provided with the right support at the right time, you along with your team will do wonders, just like how we did our division contests, a wonderful one. My name is
I would like to say that DJ Udanka was resplendent in his speech today. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, moving to our speaker 3 for the day. He is from Bangalore, an M.Com graduate and currently pursuing his CA, an occasional reader and a former football player. Currently, he is working as an audit assistant and financial analyst. He has led a team on various projects around Bangalore, looking forward on bringing a change to the industry. He being from the city of startups, Bangalore, he believes that pushing ourselves to stay on the edge, to learn, grow and adapt to the latest advancements, and that will help us to build the climb in the most adequate possible way. He's passionate about teaching. He's been a Toastmaster for the last 4 years and have helped and guided more than a dozen Toastmasters to become better leaders, communicators and speakers. He is passionate about cycling. Technology, he believes, is something that piques his interest, and he keeps on experimenting on how to implement on a day-to-day basis. And we do know whenever we are clicking the group photos at the end, we see Sai Snehal standing there telling someone is out of the range, someone not in the focus, please stand here, please stand there. Let's give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Sai Snehal. He is doing his level. He is attempting his level 5 project 2 with the title Theories Can Only Go So Far, and his pathway being innovative planning. I would like to call upon his evaluator DTM U Bhat to please read out the project guidelines.
This is a Madam Toastmaster for a Toastmasters welcome guest. This is a project level 5 project, high performance leadership. There are 2 speeches under this project. Speech 1 was before beginning the project, and project 2 after completing the project. The speaker is going to present the second speech after completion of the project, and the purpose statement says the purpose of this project is for the member to apply his or her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee and implement the plan with the help of a team. The purpose of second speech is for the member to share some aspect of his or her experience in completing the project. Note for the evaluator, the member completing the project has committed a great deal of time in developing the plan, forming a team, meeting with the guidance committee and completing his or her envisioned project. About the speech, the member can deliver engaging speech about project or as he completed. The speech may be humorous, informational or personal in any style the member chooses. The style should be appropriate for the content of the speech. The speech should not be a report on the event of the high performance leadership project, but a presentation about the member's plan, goals and experience in completing the project of his choosing. All the best to the speaker, and back to Madam.
Let's welcome our Toastmaster Sai for his prepared speech. Let's give a huge round of applause to him.
This project has made me realize that in spite of having a steady plan, without any room for error, and somehow make a lot of errors, you can still be successful if you're willing to adapt and grow and learn while still focusing on the main goal. Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters and guests. This project, when I started about 8 to 9 months ago, since then I have seen so many iterations in it that I decided to give a speech before I make another change. When I gave the first speech on 13th of February earlier this year, in the first part of my project, I had mentioned that I would be making a playlist for each topic, such as the best ever topic speaker, best evaluator and best prepared speech separately on YouTube. I began this project and I wanted to give something to the members. And with any team that I would want to work with, the first thing that we normally do is to prepare a plan. And what anybody does with a plan, I opened up an Excel sheet and I started writing what to do. Then I had 3 wonderful people in my team. I had Gaurav, Udanka and Shiva to help me out in this team. This project had a very large scale of meetings from 1,100 to all the way to 1,200. The last scale was 100 meetings. It was no simple task, but we had agreed
thankfully to them who have shared my vision and agreed with me to be a part of this. Now the first step was very simple. Make a list of all the prepared speeches, the winners of each meeting, the best table topic speaker, the topic given to them, and also the best evaluator in the Excel sheet for 100 meetings. Simple, isn't it? We did it. Now the next part was even more simple. In theory, it was to download each video from YouTube, edit each part of it, upload it back online, and add it to the playlist. This is where I decided to drop the idea. Each process, I needed to do something called proof of design. When I was trying it on my own, I realized that each video to segregate into the best table topic, evaluator and speaker would take about 5 hours for each video. And collectively for 100 videos, it would take more than 500 hours. We then sat with the team and the guidance committee and we started to see what else can we do to make the process simpler. After a lot of brainstorming session, we finally found out there's something called YouTube clips. This is something basically where you've already uploaded a YouTube video, take a clip of it and upload it as a new YouTube video. I was like, this process has made my entire work so easy that I can finish it in a week. It went really great for the first 10 videos, then YouTube decides to adopt this feature. At this point it looked, even Google didn't want me to finish my project. But then I sat again with my team to finally see what can we do. How can we make this resource better? Then we finally, after a lot of trial and error, we come to a conclusion, and the thought process was, why do we have to upload something again if it is already uploaded? Why don't we make something easy, more accessible to them? And that's where the current implementation of the timestamps came into picture. Each video from 1200 meeting, if you have watched it, has a certain timestamps mentioned to it. And I needed someone new in my team to get the process fast. And suddenly joined me in this process. This entire process was completed in less than a month. 7 months, with all the work we could not get anywhere, but just that 1 month of work got us where we are today. We did that. From 1200 we added all timestamps, we added comment section where we have the winners of the meeting. So basically if any speaker is giving a speech in a meeting and he's won, his name is there in the comment section and also the timestamp. So you can go back and click and directly witness it. This seemed simple, but the process to get this going was initially hectic because you had to watch the video all throughout to add a particular precise timestamp. But thankfully to my team, we did this fast and soon. This happened for a lot of time before I could realize that there has to be a process to streamline it. Then I set out a template which would make the process easy, and this was in a breeze. Sometimes I think some processes take some time and not all of them actually work. Theories can only go so far, but practicality makes the ideas work. When you're focused on the goal, for me it was to give the members a resource, a new way of resource to access something like a pathway or a presentation or a speech that they had never seen. For example, we had Toastmaster Raja give a fantastic speech last week. If I were to upload the same video on YouTube and without any content or anything as such, it would be giving you a book without a content page. You would not be able to figure out where what is. That exactly was happening and I was trying to solve it. When you have a goal in mind, you will find your way. Theories can only go so far, but theory is still needed because that's where the real ideas are born. And this comes to the end of my path and also the project and also my YouTube journey. And until the next path, next project, over to the MC.
After having a session full with 3 excellent speeches, we move to the next part, that is the table topics today. Now introducing our table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Prashanth. He is director at Logos IMS, a managed services company. His hobbies are music, fitness, cycling and trekking. And he practices yoga for the last 13 years. Recently, he did cycling to Mysore, both to and fro. Let's give a huge round of applause for our table topic master for the day, Toastmaster Prashanth.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. So, I'm absolutely thrilled for this table topic session. I look forward for people to share some of the interesting aspects. Right. So, without much ado, let's begin with the first topic. That is, what is the opinion about women's reservation bill in India? What is your opinion about women's reservation bill in India? This topic goes to Toastmasters Sindhu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashanth, for giving us such a difficult topic. What can I say about the women reservation quota in India? Definitely, I can say my dad's very happy because it's been quite a long time since he started pestering me about writing UPSC, and finally he thinks I've got a chance to write one. That could be the major. But I would say, instead of taking a very different route about thinking about the men quota, the women quota, and everything else, I think women these days are trying to achieve something that's impossible for them. This is something I'm going through from past few days. Multiple, like so many of my relatives, so many of my friends, so many of the people whom I think are very well educated, very well nourished, a good family background, come to me and tell me, women have studied, we have excelled, we made you educate, and we gave you all the best resources possible, but I think it's time to settle down. Why don't you get married? Every single one of them, everyone who thinks women have to work, everyone who thinks, even my father, who is the most amazing father, who is given ultimate resources at his disposal, comes to me and tells, even my uncles who supported me throughout my entire journey and career, and always told me, Sindhu, 90% is less average, you have to get at least 99%. And that is something when you went throughout your childhood, and now they tell you, just, I think end of the day, women are supposed to get married and look after kids. It's not about equality, it's not about quota, it is not about anything for that matter. It is end of the day, when the people who are surrounding you, it could be men, it could be women, it's the basic underlying thing. Everybody comes back and tells you that women are nourishing, men are very protective. Maybe it is not so. Maybe our own mothers, our own fathers, who contributed so much of their life, energy, time and money to their daughters, can grow out of it. Maybe. So end of the day, it is all the father, mother, men, women, relatives, uncle, aunts who are supposed to fight this conviction together, rather than thinking about the overall perspective of the quota, the men, the equality and everything else. And that's all, and back to you, Prashanth.
Thank you for sharing your interesting view. Okay, now we move on to the second topic. Your favorite sport and your views on the recent Asian Games. Your favorite sport and your views on recent Asian Games. This topic goes to Toastmaster Gaurav.
A very good evening to all Toastmasters and our guests present here. So my favorite sport, if you ask me this question, in school it used to be cricket, but now it's currently football. There's a reason why I shifted to football completely, because before, when I was in school, cricket used to happen very rarely. Like, there should be only World Cup or IPLs, that's it. Now there are so many tours, even this IPL has become more of a gimmick, I believe, because it's always Mumbai or Chennai winning the cup. And I'm done looking at them lifting the trophy. So I stopped watching cricket at all. Mostly I just watch this World Cup, even though if other teams are performing well, and if India is not performing that well, maybe I'll stop it in between again. But my favorite sport has always been football from past few years now. I'm a huge fan of Liverpool and Bayern Munich. So apart from that, I've started watching even the Indian Football League that I support the Bengaluru, and I've watched even the India, Pakistan, and many other cups that happen in football. But when it comes to Asian Games, I keep on following, and I've seen many Indians have won many medals nowadays. It's a very good thing if you look at way beyond, like 10 years ago. Not many Indians have won much medals, and we're not used to have that much of a frequency in winning medals, and not that much privilege with the support from the government and so on. But now I can see many of our athletes in India have been winning so many awards, and to be frank, I'm proud to see that many women are winning so many awards and so many medals these days. In fact, I watch more of Indian women cricket more than men now, because Indian women are no less than men. They can even put a dive and even catch way better than Virat Kohli, I believe. So yeah, that's all my perspective. My always favorite sports for now is football. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Now let's move on to the third topic. Pubs are mushrooming across metro cities in India. How do you think this will impact on the youth? Pubs are mushrooming across metro cities in India. How this would impact on the youth? This topic goes to Toastmaster Chetan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashanth, for the topic. Pubs are mushrooming across Bangalore and other metro cities, and you want to know its impact on our youth. Well, if you ever go to JP Nagar main road, you will see that the whole road is just pubs, from levels to pump house and everything in between. There are pubs and more pubs. The problem with these pubs is that they serve bad quality food to begin with, and it's terribly overpriced. They will also charge you an abnormal amount for the liquor they serve. Now what this does to our youth is make it okay to spend that kind of money. Like, it's not right. Like, anybody who has earned their money will know that throwing it on things like this feels wrong. Feels wrong on so many levels. As a person who's been through this journey myself, I spent a good bit of money on alcohol early, but I don't do that anymore because it screws up your stomach, and long term we don't even know how bad it could be, right? So I feel really sad that our youth is getting conditioned to this kind of nonsense food and terrible liquor as well, right? It is diluted, it is way overpriced. So overall, I think there is a need for a culture shift away from the pub culture that is currently prevailing. And Bengaluru is a classic example of what JP Nagar should not become. Yeah. Alright, back to our Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan, for sharing your views. Tell us about your first leadership role. This topic goes to Toastmaster Abhimaan. Tell us about your first leadership role.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I have played tennis with my brother also. I have a twin brother. We played doubles together in state level tournaments, and there we won second place. So that was only leadership. It was not leadership actually, but can I say I have not taken up any leadership roles. But only thing is in tennis I played with my brother and we have reached that level, and I've played national level also in tennis. Singles. I would like to take up more leadership roles in the future. And yeah, if I had a chance, I would take up a leadership role in this club also. I had a chance. Thank you.
So that was a very good attempt, Toastmaster Abhimaan. Today's youth are keen on pursuing undergraduation in abroad. Your take on this? Today's youth are keen on pursuing undergraduation in abroad. Your take on this? This topic goes to Toastmaster Chinmay.
Good evening, Toastmasters and esteemed guests. So today's uptake on going undergraduate in foreign or abroad. So even my grandpa always used to tell that you have to go foreign. I will make sure that you go foreign and study abroad and get a good master's degree. But I don't believe that going abroad will create an impact in your life or career. Because there are many entrepreneurs who have been successful even while staying in India and still they are achieving many things. So my aim was always to get into a well-known IIT. So unfortunately I couldn't clear my GE back then. So I have decided that I will take up the master's course in IIT Bombay and clear and get a good degree. So going abroad is a mode, but still within India, within your boundaries, you can achieve way lot more things than you can achieve in abroad, I believe. And yeah,
Thank you, Toastmaster Chinmay. The next topic goes to before that, what India's South Pole moon landing mean to you? What does India's South Pole moon landing mean to you? This goes to Toastmaster Arundas.
Thank you, Topic Master. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I was closely following this ISRO mission to Moon. So while many of us know, many countries already, including USSR, America, and many countries have already done a mission to do soft landing in Moon, and they're already successful. And I was wondering, why is ISRO doing this at this point of time? What is the point of doing a soft landing in Moon, and what are we going to achieve about it? And the great thing was, so they were not following what others were doing. Actually, they were attempting to do something to the extreme south of Moon. The fact the Moon is actually this pole is not exposed to sun, so obviously it's actually a very cold surface. What happens in a cold surface? If there is presence of water, it will be in ice form, and we may also get trace of very cold. What happened in the beginning of our entire planet. So that is the reason I think ISRO attempted this, and I was very curious what would happen. Are we going to be successful? Because it's going to be a very difficult mission. Obviously, there is the sunlight is a problem because we don't. The sunlight may not be available all the time. And I was very happy when they actually successfully launched this mission. And I'm sure ISRO would have collected a lot of information which would be beneficial for us. Tomorrow, they may say it is actually a place where a human can live. We never know. So I'm sure there is a lot of interesting facts which is going to come very soon. That's my take on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arundas. That was a very interesting group. So we move on to the next topic. many auto companies are going only electric from 2040. What is your take on this? Many auto companies, auto manufacturers are going only electric by 2040. What is your take on this? This topic goes to Toastmaster Abhimaan. Okay. Yeah, Toastmaster Apoorva.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Most of the auto companies are going electric, and there is a reason for it. Because our natural resources are depleting, and with the current population growth and the dependency on fossil fuels, it makes sense that people shift to EV vehicles. And also because if we have to save our environment, it would make sense for all the countries to shift into electric vehicles. There's a lot of damage to the environment which is caused through fossil fuels. But there's also a problem in this, that most of the batteries which are manufactured use a lot of fossil fuels. That is why the government has also put in a lot of funding in research to find out a way that they can produce these batteries which are needed in electric vehicles in a way where we reduce our dependency in electric vehicles. Especially after the major development in electric vehicles started initially through Tesla. That's when the whole world realized how powerful an electric engine can be. Before this, whenever that was because Elon Musk used the technology which he used in which they use in the rockets to the batteries in electric vehicles. That is where the major shift happened. And after this, all the countries realized that a shift to electric vehicles is possible. And the major governments, especially India, they realized that our dependency on fossil fuels is affecting the impact on the country. Because when we are dependent on fossil fuels, the major production of fossil fuels happens only in the Arabian countries and in Russia. When our dependency is in that, our currency value fluctuates, and because of that, what happens? Our economy is hurt, and also there's inflation rate goes high and everything is interconnected. And that's when the government realized that we should reduce our dependency on fossil fuels, and this and due to which the government has put on a lot of strategies to ensure that electric vehicles in development and research of electric vehicles. And also the government is also putting a lot of funding and research in hydrogen vehicles as well. I think if anybody follows it, they realize there was a major major spread on Twitter, especially when one of the politicians came to the parliament in a hydrogen vehicle. So the government is shifting cleverly to all the electric and hydrogen vehicles. Yeah, thank you.
So we move on to the next topic. What steps can help Indian cities' roads to become congestion free? What steps can help Indian city roads to become congestion free? This topic goes to Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, for that topic. If anybody knows the answer, then you are a multi-billionaire today. So everybody on the planet is looking for it, not just the government of India. Anybody who's lived in Bangalore for any length of time has seen the traffic situation go like this over the years. I could get from here, when I was in college, where I lived in Banchakri second stage, to IIM Bangalore, believe it or not, on my kinetic Honda, about 15 minutes. Okay? If you can believe that. Those were the days. And if you can believe it, that road that goes to IIM Bangalore, my friends and me, because kinetic Honda was the in thing then, we would race on that road in kinetic Hondas, and the road used to be empty. So anyway, so what we are talking about is what strategies can maybe we think of. Because I think along technology lines, I think some kind of technology that would help us see. Of course, carpooling is one that comes to mind immediately. Now I think the government, state government is now mandating that certain companies of certain size have to provide buses to travel to office. Now there is merit in that idea also. So if we can decide on taking a bus from here to, I don't know, Whitefield, ITPL, whatever, who would not do it? Who wants to drive for 2 hours every day? So another strategy that comes to mind is maybe before you start your day, there is an app that gives you 4 options. You have to get from point A to point B. Your options today are 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is how much time it takes. So you carpool because there are 4 other people waiting to carpool. There is a bus available. There is, bicycle or, whatever. So then picking one of those strategies, what worked best for you that day. If everybody did something consciously, then I think it would make a difference. If not at least solve, it would go a little ways into, bringing down the severity of the problem. So that's my take on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So the next topic is the recent book that you read and some of the key takeaways. Recent book that you read and share us some of the key takeaways. This topic goes to Toastmaster Keerthana.
The recent book that I read, and my key takeaways from it, the book that I read was Dr. Brian West's Many Lives, Many Masters. How many of you have read it? Please read it. In a nutshell, what this book is all about is, it kind of is so fascinating. It is all something that our parents, our grandparents and their parents have been telling us, and we're just taking it, okay, it's a part of it. It's all about the karma theory and how it is actually proved in the book about how this particular lady, she takes different lifetimes and she just keeps coming back just to fulfill of her previous desire or what she did. So this book, it is so intriguing, and you'd be like, oh my goodness, can something like this also happen? And when she gives minute details when she's in trance, you'd be like, wow, this is truly mind-boggling. And for someone who thinks practically, for someone who thinks, you need, a logical explanation for it, when you don't get it, but yet you're forced to believe, it's truly magical. So yeah, I recommend this book, Dr. Brian West's Many Lives, Many Masters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Keerthana. So we go to the last topic of today's table topic session. Companies and manufacturing units in Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. Companies and manufacturing units in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Your take on this? This topic goes to DTM U Bhat.
Mr. Table Topic Master for the Toastmasters and welcome guests. Just before me, I think Lakshmi answered the question about decongestion. In fact, probably the Tier 2 and Tier 3 city development is part of the overall plan by the government to decongest these major cities. That is in fact the major, for example, Karnataka government, it has been always for last 20 years, starting from S.M. Krishna's time, they have been talking of developing Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. particularly when it comes to software. The Bangalore is so much congested because all the software industries are located centralized in Bangalore. Of course, now Hyderabad is coming up or Gurgaon is there. But Bangalore is still congested largely because of this. So that's why government is thinking of going away from this so that the talent available in Tier 2 and Tier cities can be exploited and congestion in the cities is minimized. This is a wonderful idea to pursue, and this will definitely help in not only decongesting these major cities where all these, whether it's Bombay, Hyderabad, all these major metropolitan cities, but the development of the country will be spread across different parts of the, it will be uniform growth. That's what happens. So you cannot avoid villages flocking to towns and town people coming to cities. Ultimately, that cannot be avoided because urbanization is a reality. But at the same time, going to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities will definitely decongest the overall situation in the country, and utilize the lead to optimum utilization of manpower also. Instead of leaving all our households and all that from that coming to the city, if there is a close by place where people can get employment, and why not? That's the best idea. And probably that is the one which all the governments, all the state governments and the central government has to pursue, and it definitely will help the country in a big way. Back to Madam Abhimaan.
Thank you, DTM U Bhat sir, for sharing your views. With this, we come to the end of this session. I thank all the speakers for coming and expressing their interesting thoughts. Over to MC.
After having a very interesting session, which was very informative, let's have a huge round of applause for our table topic master for the day, Toastmaster Prashanth. Everyone needs a little break? Yes? Hungry? Okay guys, then let's head for a 10 minutes networking break, and let's see all of us after the break. Welcome back everyone. Hope you all had a fruitful networking break. Now moving to the third session of the day, that is the general evaluation session. The general evaluation session will be conducted by our DTM Sushma, who is the co-founder of High Performance Alchemy, who works in the professional coaching space. Let's give a huge round of applause for DTM Sushma.
She said huge round of applause. You can clap more. Coming to the general evaluation. There are a lot of objectives regarding why the general evaluation in a Toastmasters session is conducted in every meeting. Firstly, it focuses on the feedback on how the entire meeting has been conducted. We focus on giving positive feedback as well as feedback for improvement. We generally don't use the term negative feedback in our meeting. There is nothing negative. There is just scope for a lot more improvement. That's what we would like to tell you. Secondly, it helps to set or maintain the club meeting standard in terms of discipline, quality of meeting, and adherence to the Toastmasters system. Thirdly, it helps to motivate the entire club to perform better. And lastly, always remember, each person who enters a Toastmaster meeting contributes in some way, either as a speaker or a listener or contributor, say roles like timer, counter, and so on. Right? Now this meeting is a platform where each of you put something, that is contribute in some way, and also take home something, that is some sort of learning. So now I'll begin with the general evaluation of this particular Toastmasters meeting. When I entered the
meeting room at 6 p.m. As the general evaluator, my role is to be present way before the entire meeting starts, because I am the one who will be giving the feedback on how the meeting went from point start to point end. And there are a couple of them talking in this class, Sai Snehal and Sindhushree. No problem, please. Okay. So, when I entered at 6 p.m., I saw Toastmaster Pavani was already here entering the details of the meetings, and I would say a very good handwriting Toastmaster Pavani. And she also entered the table topics timing during the break, and she was very prompt in ringing the bell when the break ended. So, a very enthusiastic role taker. I would firstly like to commend her efforts in the entire meeting. A round of applause. Then we will first cover the individual evaluations, and then I'll be giving you feedback regarding the entire meeting. So the first speaker was Toastmaster Karthik. His evaluator was Toastmaster Keerthana. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Keerthana on stage.
My target speaker, Karthik, attempting his icebreaker. You know, when I heard this word icebreaker the first time, I was like, why is it called icebreaker? Shouldn't it be called ice crusher? You're literally getting crushed into the system. And of course, when there's crush, there's always something remarkable. A coal becomes a diamond, and ice crush becomes a gola. So, crushing is always good. And Toastmaster states icebreaker has to emphasize on 3 topics, primarily family, interest and passion. So today we are going to be evaluating our Toastmaster based on this. So Karthik, to start with, gave us an in-depth analysis more about his profession, that is hotel management. And how many pillars are there in hotel management?
4.
Wow. So that's how deep he's gone. So we all know that the hotel management has 4 pillars now. And he also gave us fun facts like the chemicals that they use there, we don't get in the outside market. So if you want that kind of a fragrance, that kind of aroma, we need to contact Karthik. And apart from that, we also got to know fun facts like you got to wax your hands before you become a tandoor expert. So maybe I'm qualified there. And I don't think any one of us can now pass by a tiramisu without thinking about it.
Yes.
So, I mean, there's a tiramisu there. There's everything that is so beautiful in it, including the Swiss biscuit. But thanks to Karthik, we are going to think of
Lady finger.
Yes. And yes. So now when we talk about a little bit of where you can challenge yourself, Karthik. This is your first, your very first. So we are going to go light, obviously. So to start with, your voice can be a little more louder. And there have been many places where, even though I was sitting very close by, especially when you spoke about the girl thing, I actually didn't get it. So that was one thing. So the clearer we are, the better we understand and the better nods we get. And the better nods we get, we get more and more comfortable here. So that's one big takeaway. And time. You extended with 5 minutes. Yeah, so it was a 10-minute. So probably, you could consider the time, because today we had 3 people talking. And also when it is stipulated, a little bit here and there is okay, but we primarily have to stick to it. So other than that, all the very best for all your future speeches. I enjoyed it, and I got to learn many things. And I also shared, a few places where, you can challenge yourself and waiting for more and more speeches of yours, Karthik. All the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Keerthana, for the amazing feedback. Toastmaster Karthik, tell me one thing. Would you like to see the recording of her evaluation again and again?
Yes.
Definitely. I have never seen such an enthusiastic individual evaluator as Toastmaster Keerthana so far, and I really loved that enthusiasm. It was very encouraging. So, Toastmaster Karthik, apart from the feedback which Toastmaster Keerthana gave, I would say you made a brilliant start, and your smile, consistent smile, being humble, honest attempt, and your ability to make people laugh will take you far as a speaker. So all the very best, and a huge round of applause to both the speaker and the evaluator. I would also like to thank the audience for this particular speech, because I was observing the audience continuously on how they would respond. When any speaker comes on stage to give his or her first speech, there will mostly be butterflies in the stomach, and the role of the audience becomes extremely important at this stage. The more supportive they are, the better. And I saw that the entire audience was very supportive, encouraging, and I saw a few acknowledging smiles from Toastmaster Shiva, Toastmaster Dhanush, Toastmaster Chetan, Toastmaster Lakshmi, and Toastmaster Keerthana. I personally don't know how my reaction was. I was more on the Ajit Doval mode, scanning continuously the entire audience. So moving on to the second speech by DTM Udanka. When the MC introduced DTM Udanka on stage, I felt his introduction was lengthier than his speech. That's an amazing thing, and that's something which motivates others also to take up similar steps in their own journey. So I would like to call upon the individual evaluator, Toastmaster Sindhushree, to evaluate DTM Udanka's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sushma. The very first thing that my speaker of the day that established very nicely throughout his speech is that together you can do so little, and alone you can do so little, together you can achieve so much. And also that he overspammed people over a period of time, multiple calls, multiple messages, and everything else. But let us just go through quickly about the whole content of the speech that he covered. The one thing is a great introduction, and then he spoke about the training in the DOTP for his role as a division director. He told about the multiple challenges he faced, about no support from the fellow division director, and then quickly he had a solution to it. He allocated the work, planning, and there was an open communication across all the team members. Then again there was a challenge too. There was a personal conflict in the house, and quickly he had a solution for that as well. There was a challenge number 3, that one of his AD was not attending. Again he had a solution for himself. But all things were prepared. When you food, logistics, keynote speakers, everything was done. Again there was a challenge number 4, no internet. Again, all the logistics were prepared. When you food, keynote speaker, everything else. The event was a success. Was it communicated well? Was the question. You told very silently in a very one-line formatting, the event went successful. Maybe I would have loved to understand what were the success metrics. How exactly was the event successful? What happened 2 days prior to that? You called an AD, you had a backup plan, plan A, plan B, you had a bad event, you felt the conviction to have a successful event, you had a support from your teammate members, you found an opportunity for yourself throughout the event. Amazing. At the end, what you tried to convey was that unity is strength. With the help of his fellow area directors, with the help of his fellow division directors, with the help of his fellow team members across the district, you found an opportunity, you were able to successfully achieve the event, and you were able to manage your team. These were few of the terms that we would have loved to hear from you. Being a DTM yourself, and being a very, very distinguished person over the district. When you're speaking about the team collaboration, we would have loved to understand what was the approach taken by you, what was the open communication tactics that was involved, what are the strategies that you followed, and what kind of work were distributed across your team members. When you're covering your speech, something I would love to know from you is, what did you do? When was the contest? How did you pull it off? What are the different teams that worked on what things? Why did you do things a certain way? Or where was the contest? You spoke about there was no internet in the venue. I would have loved to know where was it. And who all were your team members? Who were they? Who were the area directors? Who was the fellow division director? Something that would have educated every member in the team who's sitting here. Because very few who are sitting in the audience has idea about what is division contest, what is an area contest, what do we do there, what person does what. We would have loved to know from you, a distinguished person who pulled this off very brilliantly. So something that I would have loved to know from you overall is a great opening. Somewhere I would have loved to have a narration in your structure of the speech, and I really wanted to know what was the takeaway points for me as an audience. And overall, something that you really excelled in for me is there was a great improvement in your vocabulary, there was strong leadership skills displayed across your speech, a conviction to keep achieving and excel at every single thing that you do. And you found an opportunity when literally all the doors closed on you because there were 5 to 7 challenges that you literally faced. And you did not shy away from reaching out to people. Something that I would love to conclude overall is communication was great, leadership skills were displayed across the speech. Something that I want you to work upon is when you're narrating a speech on a project such as this, write a challenge, write a solution, how was it successful? Maybe when you divided it in such a way, it will help you narrate the strategies that you followed. And something for you to challenge yourself is express yourself openly. Because success is happiness, challenge is a downfall. Maybe you can express yourself, display your emotions on the face, and have a takeaway message to the audience. And that's all, but overall your communication leadership skills has been apt. You did not give up even when a challenge was given to you. And overall I can say that you successfully displayed. Your success depends on the people who is along with you. So that's all from my end, and I go to the general Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sindhushree, for the detailed evaluation. I like the way you split your evaluation into what went well and the way you highlighted the improvement points in the form of a set of questions. That was very impactful. And you also ended your evaluation on a very high note. That is very important as it encourages the speaker, it brings about a very positive impact. And you also summarized your evaluation in the end. So this gives the speaker the way to remember it even better, right? So DTM Udanka, you shared a value-adding leadership experience, the challenges you faced, how you overcame them, the learning from them, and a powerful takeaway. And I love the way Toastmaster Sindhushree made the statement, we would love to know. That was very powerful. It shows how the importance you gave to the speaker. Overall, a great speech and a very detailed evaluation. A huge round of applause for both the speaker and the evaluator. Coming to the third speaker, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, and his evaluator is DTM U Bhat. I would like to call upon DTM U Bhat on stage, please.
Madam General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, welcome guests and target speaker, Sai Snehal in particular. This high performance leadership project, in my opinion, personal opinion, is probably the most important speech in Toastmasters because it's lengthy, it requires a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of support from a team, and I should congratulate Sai Snehal for come up with trumps in executing this project because it's about leadership. Leader is one who has got a vision, For the first basic requirement is he has got a vision which others cannot see. And he develops a team and motivates them so that to achieve the vision. So that's what is and one who does, the leader who does it effectively and creating such an environment and motivates the team and gets it done is called a high performance leader. So that makes Sai Snehal a truly high performance leader. Congratulations on that. Now speaking, talking about your speech per se, your vision, as I can understand, is about developing a playlist in YouTube, covering all our speeches, all the table topics, on the complete program you had put as a playlist. And for that, developing that vision, you developed a team, or you made up a team consisting of Gaurav, Udanka and Shiva, if I'm right. And you probably had a guiding committee to guide you also. You must have taken that. You didn't speak much about what you got from input. That's all right. But what is important here as a leader is you have to transfer that vision to the team and make them part of it. And that is the role of leader, and you have definitely done it, because the way it developed, you've taken about 8 months time. It's quite a long time for developing a project. But you said that it took 7 months, virtually it was idling, but last everything happened about 1 month. Actually, I particularly believe that it doesn't happen that way. It was incubating for the 7 months. It was because it was a team which was working with some inputs like that. The proof of design, you faced one roadblock and you overcome that. Then about that YouTube clips, that was a major breakthrough. Probably nobody would have thought that it is that's what called adaptation, as you put it rightly. So these are things happen when you do the brainstorming, and you did it brilliantly well because the team worked together. So another thing about the timestamp, what you put about, these are anyway. I am not a tech savvy person to comment on that. How did you achieve that? All I can say is that you have been successful in achieving your vision with the help of your team. Having said that, what you could have done better as your high performance leader? What I could find that 3 persons participated in the meeting, your team, and you did brainstorming, fine, because you worked as a team together in all your decisions and brainstorming. But probably what individual contribution came from these 3 persons, I could not make out. Probably something it is not really planned that way. It is that you are doing brainstorming and working together. That was probably the way you operated. I will not be able to comment on that. But normally a leader is one who inspires and motivates the team to achieve, and he will be just guiding person. But here what has happened is you are a leader up front, leading from the front. Nothing wrong in that, because this is something which your vision and you know about the more clarity about that. So that's a wonderful thing. But I would have appreciated if you had told what this person individually contributed. That's one thing. And as far as your speech per se is concerned, I won't comment about the different aspects of speech like body language, voice modulation, which you always excel. But really your basic strength, what I find is your clarity of thought. And the comfort level what you exhibit behind lectern, that stems from the clarity of thought. And what vision you wanted to share with us, you did it so powerfully and very nicely. Wonderful job done. So only thing I can say is that you said that your journey in the YouTube has come to an end. Probably you can take rest, but I won't accept that, because there are bigger challenges. I won't talk about what challenge, that is up to you to decide. But definitely at district level, you are as such a most sought after person in district level for this sort of tech savvy activities. I think you can do something, take another project of this kind, and you will definitely be successful. All the best to you. With that, back to you.
Thanks for the amazing evaluation, DTM and U Bhat. Regarding the evaluation, I do not have any more points to share. However, there is one extra tip I would like to give you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. When you are speaking, try to maintain eye contact with the entire audience. Meaning, try to do it with random people at a time, or you can follow a W pattern, anything which suits you. What I observed was you were switching your eye contact from left to right very rapidly. So it kind of causes a strain to the audience, and by the time someone establishes an eye contact, that is cut off. That happened. Maybe that is something you would like to work on. You can do it. Other than that, excellent speech and a very detailed evaluation. So a huge round of applause to both Sai Snehal and DTM U Bhat, sir. Now, coming through the TAPG roles. Firstly, I would like to call upon the timer, Toastmaster Pavani. Can you please read out your timer report?
Once again, a very good evening, everyone. Here goes my report. Meeting commenced at 6:19 p.m. The business session went on for 1 minute 41 seconds. The Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Lakshmi spoke for 3 minutes and the time allotted was 2 minutes. The introduction of the guests went on for 1 minute 20 seconds. The report of minutes of meeting by Toastmaster Pavani went on for 2 minutes 10 seconds and the time allotted was 2 minutes. Presidential address was allotted 5 minutes and Toastmaster Shiva has taken 6 minutes 30 seconds. Introduction of Toastmaster of the day was allotted 1 minute and was taken 43 seconds. Coming to the Master of Ceremonies, the initial part was allotted 10 minutes and Toastmaster Latha has taken 2 minutes 30 seconds. Overall, the MC has taken 7 minutes 50 seconds. In the prepared speech session, Speaker 1 Toastmaster Karthik has taken 10 minutes 41 seconds. Speaker 2 DTM Udanka has taken 7 minutes. Speaker 3 Toastmaster Sai Snehal has taken 6 minutes 10 seconds. The table topic session went on for 25 minutes overall, but the allotted time was 20 minutes. We had 10 speakers in total where no one spoke below 1 minute. 4 speakers spoke above 1 minute and 6 speakers spoke about 2 minutes. The individual report has been put upon the board. The networking break went on for 12 minutes 12 seconds. Lastly, coming to the individual evaluators, they were allotted 3 minutes. Evaluator 1 Toastmaster Keerthana has taken 3 minutes 11 seconds. Evaluator 2 Toastmaster Sindhu has taken 4 minutes 52 seconds. Evaluator 3 DTM U Bhat has taken 4 minutes 45 seconds. The general evaluation session went on for around 9 minutes till now. Thank you and back to you.
The timer deserves a better round of applause, right? For such a detailed report. Thank you, Toastmaster Pavani. We now move on to the R counter, Toastmaster Dhanush. Can I have the R counter report?
So your Kannada teacher is back. So it was a really nice, good session wherein there was not a lot of uses of R's and Ms. But individually, Sergeant at Arms was flawless. Acting President Shivaprasad had 7 hours. Toastmaster for the day, Latha, had around 9 hours. Pavani had 1 hour. Then I have not counted myself, so I had multiple. Then grammarian had 1 hour. PP evaluator had 2 hours. Speaker 1 Karthik had 35 plus hours and 4 pauses and 12 ums. Right. Then Toastmaster Keerthana had 8 hours. DTM Udanka had 3 hours. Sindhushree had 6 hours. Toastmaster Sai Snehal was flawless. DTM U Bhat was flawless. Table topic master Prashanth had around 19 hours. Speaker 1 Sindhushree had 5. Toastmaster Gaurav had 8 hours. Toastmaster Chetan had 9 hours. Toastmaster Abhimaan had 3 hours. Toastmaster Chinmay had 2 hours. Toastmaster Arundas had 14. Toastmaster Apoorva had 21 hours. Toastmaster Lakshmi had 6 hours. Toastmaster Keerthana had around 2 hours. The DTM U Bhat had 2 hours. I am general evaluator has around 14 hours and up until now.
I want to take revenge on this R counter. In his report, he used 6 hours. Thanks for the very detailed report, Toastmaster Dhanush. And one thing I would like to inform all the TAPG role takers is, you said your report wasn't available. So when you come to take up a table topic, ensure that your report is being written by someone else. So can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmasters? Next we have the Parliamentary Procedure Evaluator, Toastmaster Abhimaan.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. It was a resplendent session today, and all the points in the parliamentary procedure were followed, except that few Toastmasters are using their phone while speakers were speaking. That can be avoided. Thank you.
Thanks for the report, Toastmaster Abhimaan. It is a good practice to not use the phone as far as possible, but here it so happens that they might be making notes or entering. That could also happen. So what Toastmaster Abhimaan shared is a good point to apply in every meeting. Next we have the Grammarian Toastmaster Chetan.
Toastmasters, can you tell me the difference between flammable and inflammable? Do you know the difference between the two words?
Inflammable catches fire very fast.
And then what is flammable?
It doesn't catch that fast.
Correct. So wood is flammable, but LPG is inflammable. The same is with the word resplendent. You cannot use it for anything and everything. Use it with constraint. When you go to the top of the Alps and you look from there, that is resplendent, right? It's not something you can just throw out there for any and every speech, right? Use it cautiously. This is for all of us. Okay, so here's some good usages that I observed throughout the day. Let's start. Okay, so first of all, Toastmaster Lakshmi, you had 3 good phrases, and by the time I caught them, they had gone. So, strike while the iron is hot was one of them. Anyways, pockets overflowing with dreams, opportunity, sulk and cry, persevered, not a bed of roses, moments in the dark, aggressively, blessed, pampered, pursuing what I love, 4 pillars, looking forward, Murphy's Law, playlist, book without a content page, when you have a goal, pestering, going abroad is a moat, platform, ice crush becomes gola, comfortable, vision others cannot see, success is happiness, challenge is downfall. Okay, so here are some bad usages I observed. I'll start with the table topic session. Look forward for, we made you educate. So these are little grammatical errors that sound bad when you are on the stage. I support the Bengaluru. Indian women's. You will go foreign. Soft landing in the moon. It's not in the moon, it is on the moon. Affecting the impact of the country. Okay, so this was targeted feedback for Keerthana. You missed saying the author of the book you were.
Dr. Arundas.
Okay. Maybe you should have been more clear about it. Like most of us read like that.
Sometimes I do. Dr. Arundas. Please read. It's an awesome book. Many lives, many masters.
Bangalore is so much congested. Okay. So here some targeted feedback for the speakers today. This is for Karthik. If I had passed away, I had passed away. Yes, he did say
Yeah,
that.
he said that.
Education or whatever the thing is. I would like baking as well. So basically you have to, there's another one. High range of gas. You have to choose the right words. It's important. Udanka. When they told me, I was taken a step back. I was taken aback. He was way too hospitalized. He was hospitalized. Way too hospitalized. Okay. And this one is for Sai. I thankfully to them after a lot of brainstorming session. So it's just a bit of grammar here and there. And yeah, I think we are done for it. Oh yeah, word of the day counter. Okay, I noted this down. So Completely missed that. Okay, so Toastmaster Lakshmi one time, Toastmaster Abhimaan twice, I used it once, Keerthana once, and Toastmaster Latha twice. Yeah.
In every Toastmasters meeting, it is mandatory to have a customary handshake after every speaker leaves the stage. That's why I made it a point to insist you giving the handshake.
Sure.
So, thanks for the very detailed grammarian's report, Toastmaster Chetan. One point I would like to share is, while you are highlighting the improvement points, it is better not to mention the speaker's name. Just highlight the error or whatever and the suggested improvement. However, you can highlight the good usages.
Okay.
You can mention their name if required. Now, it so happened that many may be of the opinion that grammar is not so important. As long as people get the message, it's fine. However, I would like to ask, who doesn't want icing on the cake? Grammar is like that. The more you improve, the more clarity your speech will have, and the better and the easier it becomes for the audience to remember what you said. So, moving on, I would like to start with the Sergeant at Arms evaluation. In the meanwhile, you would have got all the evaluation sheet. I request all of you to start giving feedback and also enter your votes in the ballot. Starting with the Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster, starting with the business session first. The meeting started at 6:18 or 6:19 as per what the timer indicated. That's a good start. There is a slight delay. However, I would suggest when the role takers are decided for every meeting, make it a point to discuss and start the meeting at 6:15 p.m. no matter what. When you do it consistently, then others will get that seriousness and they will come running to the meeting. This is what happened. Maybe you can work on this. The strength was not so good today. Maybe that can improve going forward. Then Toastmaster Shiva, as the acting president, conducted the business session. He covered 3 main points. The next meeting roles were announced and who had already taken it up. And an announcement was made regarding the renewal, that 87.5% renewal has been done already. And one important point is he appreciated the VPPR, Toastmaster Pavani and her team for their efforts for the recent newsletter. That was very well done. So, huge round of applause for Coming to the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Lakshmi. You started the meeting on a brilliant note. It was a kind of a self-appraisal kind of opening. We felt very proud praising ourselves. You made that happen. And you stitched various aspects very beautifully within that short period of time. That interesting opening, then quickly transition to introduction to the theme, then about telemedicine and some interesting information, then quickly shifted to the importance of opportunity, the learning you get from this particular meeting. And you also gave the introduction about the acting president. That's very important. So that was very well done and the handshake was maintained. So overall, it was really good. So a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Lakshmi. Then, coming to the acting president, Toastmaster Shivaprasad. Coming to the attire, that has already been entered on the board by Toastmaster Pavani. So it was very resplendent, professional. Then the president has an important role in taking note of that also, because it creates a very serious impression for others that this meeting is something of value and to be taken seriously. The introduction, you acknowledge Toastmaster Lakshmi took over the role, and the introduction of guests, minutes of meeting, gavel usage, everything was done very smoothly. Then you began by speaking about the theme, Make Hay While the Sun Shines. That's what this meeting was all about. You did it very in a very interesting manner. You shared a story, you shared a current situation, and everything was related to the theme. You highlighted that good ways, not so good ways of adhering to the theme in real life. One interesting perspective you did bring about was, what do you do when the sun doesn't rise? That was something to really think about. You highlighted the various possibilities or meanings when it comes to the theme being applied in real life. That is, as I already told, the positive way of applying it, the negative way, and also creating opportunities for ourselves. The beauty of your presidential address was, when you used the theme, Make Hay While the Sun Shines, you were very clever at one point. When you told, what do you do when the sun doesn't rise? And very cleverly you shifted to mean something, drive home a very powerful point. The sun will not be shining bright when every Mekon Toastmasters meeting is conducted, right? Still, make use of the learning opportunity and ensure that you gain from it. That was very well done. So, a great presidential address. It was very informative and also thought-provoking. A very huge round of applause for Toastmaster Shiva. The next is the table topics master, Toastmaster Prashanth. I loved the way you were handing out topics to certain people, certain participants. It's like, come on now. That enthusiasm was visible on your face, and it's really nice that way. It encourages the speaker to take up the challenge, try to do their best. You did that. You read the topic twice, most of the time, except one, I guess you missed it. That's very helpful for the speakers to structure their thoughts even better. Then the transition between topics was smooth. You acknowledged the efforts of each speaker first and then handed over the next topic. The handshakes were done very effectively. Then just one improvement point, if you may call it, when you speak about the table topic session purpose, try to make it more creative by sharing an interesting real life scenario where this kind of a session might help you prepare better. That can be worked on. Then when you call, I already shared, when you call upon a role taker for a table topic, that generally happens when the audience strength is less, otherwise you can call the other. Ensure that that role is filled by someone else. A very interesting table topic session and very well conducted by Toastmaster Prashanth. Can we have a huge round of applause? I have just one tip for the speakers. You can notice the names of the speakers and the time taken written on the board. Toastmaster Abhimaan, Toastmaster Chinmay, and Toastmaster Keerthana. You took less than 1.5 minutes. You can work on it so that you can read the 2 minutes. 1.5 to 2 minutes is the time limit, but you can work on it more by being able to speak for 2 minutes on stage, own the stage for 2 minutes. It doesn't really matter if the thoughts don't flow, if you become blank, it's okay, but still stay here. That will help you a lot going forward. A round of applause for all the table topic speakers also for participating very well. Then coming to the MC. Toastmaster Latha. She started with generic examples and very smoothly shifted to the history of Toastmaster. That was very well done. And you started by speaking about the different sessions in a typical Toastmasters meeting, that is prepare, speak, table topic masters, and session and evaluation. If there is one suggestion I would like to share, it's not a must do. Maybe you can start with first introducing the prepared speech session, then after that session ends, you can talk about the table topic and then about evaluation. Maybe that is something you can probably try. Then introduction of the speakers were excellent. It sets the stage for the speaker on a welcoming and a very positive note. You were very energetic throughout, especially when it came to points when you said a huge round of applause. It made the audience want to do what you said. So that was very well done. In between, there was a break at 7:41, the networking break, and it resumed at 7:53. But Toastmaster Pavani promptly rang the ending bell at 7:51. That was very well done. It's a slight detour, but I would like to appreciate that. Then, see, the role of the MC is very, very important, right? As it involves a lot of steps, taking us through the history of Toastmasters, then guiding us through the structure of the entire meeting, the speaker intro, acknowledging them after the speaker ends, then taking note of introducing all the role takers and making note of any changes, the last minute changes that might happen when it comes to taking up roles. Then also adding the fun element, the punchlines in between. That was brilliantly done by our MC, Toastmaster Latha. So you were basically like a thread, a very strong thread binding the different elements of a meeting together. So very well done. Now we have to give a huge round of applause just like she was encouraging us to give, right? Overall, a brilliant meeting of really good quality. So thanks to every one of you, the speakers, the role takers, the evaluators, and the entire audience for making this meeting a success. I would like to hand over the stage to the MC.
After having a very detailed and learning general evaluation, I would like to hand over the charge to our acting president, Toastmaster Shivaprasad. I'm sorry, Toastmaster Shivaprasad.
Thank you. My name is Shivaprasad. Okay, so thank you, Master of Ceremonies. I think one general thing you can do is wait. When you order a dosa in the hotel, you wait patiently, right? So I think that is your biggest takeaway today as the Master of Ceremonies. Wait, relax, ease into the room. Okay, so before we get into the winners of today's meeting, we have a very special ceremony today to induct our new members, and to do the honors, I request DTM U Bhat to come on stage.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have two members to be inducted as Toastmasters, Chetan Vashist and Arundas CK. Would you please come over to this side? Get side here. Membership in Toastmasters.
I have to say this or
Yeah, no, you don't have to say anything. When I say I do, you can say I do. Membership in Toastmasters is a privilege, and the only way to gain the benefits of our program is to actively participate. Do you, Chetan, Vashisth, and Arundas CK, promise to be active members, to attend meeting regularly and prepare fully for your duties?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I guess. Do you also promise to fulfill the other points in the Toastmasters promise?
Yes, yes, I do.
Members of Toastmasters, do you, the members of Nikon Communication Club, promise to support Toastmaster Chetan, Vashisth, and Arundas CK?
Yes.
You may sit down. It's my pleasure to declare you installed as members of Nikon Communication Club.
Thank you, DTM U Bhat, for doing the honors, and I hope our new members, and they are already showing promise. Toastmaster Chetan has been doing amazing at his TAPG roles, and as per Toastmaster Arundas is concerned, I hope this stint with us lasts much longer than the previous ones. Okay, so moving on to our meeting today, we had an amazing meeting, 3 amazing speakers, an icebreaker from Karthik, and speeches from two of the pillars of our club. You know, they literally carry the club on their back. Toastmaster Sai Snehal and DT Udanka. And as far as the table topics master is concerned, if current affairs was a person, that would be Toastmaster Prashanth. So I think this is the best role that he has taken up in the MTG category, right? Let us move on to the winners. I think we are already delayed today. We should have ended much sooner, but we can't show the finger on one person. I think everybody is to blame, including the president. So from the next meeting onwards, let us ensure that we are on time. Getting into the winners for today's meeting, let me start with the best role taker, TAPG. And today's best role taker is okay. There was one Toastmaster a few weeks back. I thought she held the record for giving the maximum number of hours. But today, our Kannada teacher has won the best role taker, Toastmaster Dhanush. Moving on to the best role taker, MTG. Okay, wow. This is my first time witnessing her as the general evaluator, and the attention to detail is something I have not seen many others do better. Right? So the best role taker MTGs are general evaluator DTM Sushma. Moving on to the best table topic speaker for today. Okay, this one's a bit difficult. Okay. So when she got the topic, I was worried what she was going to say. It was a very difficult topic, and she, as usual, she winged it. She pulled it off, as we know her to. And the best table topic speaker for today is Toastmasters Sindhushree. Coming to the best evaluator for today. Okay, this one goes to someone who's just given their second evaluation in the club. Very generous evaluation for the icebreaker, Toastmaster Keerthana. Finally, coming to the best speaker for today. I remember getting my first best speaker ribbon from him for my icebreaker, and today I have the honor to give him the best speaker ribbon. The best speaker for today is Toastmasters Sai Snehal. with that, we come to the end of the meeting. I hope you've all had a good time. Close meeting number 1233, and I request everyone to rise for the national anthem.